What am I thinking about? The medical facilities on the ship, of course. I designed them with the assistance of our sages and chirurgeons. But to imagine every illness or injury that one might face in the great expanse is beyond any of us, to say nothing of the effects that living out here indefinitely might have on the body. Living out there, they're talking about the moon and shit. The crew from the moon? Why did I not think of that? Alright, when we last left our heroes, we were trying to find all the people who are freaking out about the world ending and have them like go talk to the Loporits, who are the little naming way bunnies from the moon. From the moon. Aha, haha, the end of the world is nigh, yet the work goes no faster. Schedules are such temperamental things. Feasible one moment, utter bollocks the next. And yet I've never felt so alive. Look at them doing the fucking harvest dance or something. Chicken dance. This one is beyond your help, only sleep can save her. She's fucking delirious. Yes you idiot. Have you seen an envelope lying around? This imbecile refuses to give me the alchemic I ordered without that bloody slip of parchment. Unless your friends have a spell to make me remember where I dropped my damn envelope, I doubt they'll be more help than you, and you've wasted enough of my time already. It would be unfortunate for all involved to inflict this man upon the Loporits. He's too much of an asshole. This quest is taking kind of forever. My face? What's wrong with my... Ow. Perhaps I am a bit tense. I was tasked with ensuring that the proper fauna, and only the proper fauna, are brought with us to the moon. However, the suitability of a few species is still under debate, and I can hardly make the decision myself when I know so little about the environment up there. Including the Loporits in our discussions is a wonderful idea. I absolutely will, thank you. Perhaps their biology itself might offer some clue as well. Consult our collaborators. I suppose that'd be more effective than sitting here brooding. I'm attempting to calculate how much cargo we can consolidate into fewer trips should the ether burner make our original estimates sound feasible, but there are simply too many variables. I feel as if my brow will turn inside out. But perhaps our lunar associates will have more insight into how much weight constitutes too much weight for our purposes. Thank you for letting me know. So basically, the ones where we're not making progress are funnier and more entertaining than the ones that are actually going toward the quest. Is anything bothering me? Well, I've been loading cargo for bells now, so my back feels like a void sense plated as a piano. My feet and knees as drums and cymbals too. This gleaner seems fine if in need of a break. Despondent engineer, what's up? Just leave me to my misery. The forum can appoint someone else. I apologize. I simply don't know what to do. How am I supposed to pilot the Ark? If I'm already falling apart under the pressure, damn, you're gonna pilot this shit? You know a starship pilot that I might speak with, truly? Well, then there's no time to waste. They can help me prepare for this monumental task. Damn, they didn't even give the pilot a name. The pilot is just Despondent Engineer. There's still 2 more to find. This is a huge area that they've given us to search. Surprisingly difficult quest for just running around and like talking to people. I wonder if I should go try to get flight and come back. I actually don't know how close we are to that. Getting flight. We're in... This is Labyrinthos, I think. I should know that. But we're missing 4 quest currents. Yeah, this is Labyrinthos. So those quest currents... Oh, what? I guess that's one. But I think the other 3 aren't accessible yet. So basically, we're not getting flight yet. Even if we find all the currents on the map, we don't have access to the subquests yet. That's all. If I get super desperate, I can look up the locations of all 8 of these mofos. By the gods, my chest is tight. Am I dying? Is this what dying feels like? Yes. Oh, do pardon me. I didn't see you there. There's no cause for concern, I assure you. No cause for concern, even though we may need to depart at any moment. And if the hull I designed buckles under the strain, the entire vessel may explode on launch, claiming countless lives and dooming all mankind, but that is highly unlikely. Yes, yes. Highly unlikely. Highly... Our visitors can help me triple check for structural flaws, you say? Why, that would be wonderful. I'm breathing more easy already. They're freaking out about this mission, y'all. This is Final Fantasy XIV anxiety and depression. Blasted assistants. Where have they gone off to at a time like this? Beg pardon, but I have not the time for idle chit-chat. I need to reconfirm that ether levels are consistent throughout the vessel's machinery, and it seems I shall have to do so single-handedly. I swear, when I find those assistants of mine... Yo, we got little bunnies to help. The Loperites are willing to help? Why didn't you say so? At least they won't moan about how they checked 24 times already, or haven't slept in weeks. Lazy sods. What the fuck? My god. I can't even imagine not sleeping in weeks. I wake up after 7 hours and I'm like, I better go back to bed. Behold, viewing, through thine efforts, word hath spread throughout Labyrinthos, verily, to a far greater number than we anticipated. Livingway doth gather more Loperites as we speak. I shall assign each in accordance with their skills, that new bonds of friendship might be forged. Should greater matters require not thine attentions, watch over them, I prithee. Say what? You want me to watch them? Is that what you said? That FF4 music.
So much in, well, in forever.
That's how I feel reading the dialogue for this game.
Lively, isn't it? The town is abuzz. Everyone eager to meet with our friends from the moon.
'Twould behoove you to consult with Sleeping Way. As our moon's pilot, his advice should be most pertinent.
They're sleeping.
I'm impressed. Truth be
That's the
told, I struggle
pilot?
to tell one from another. No offense intended, of course.
Well, it's easy, Thancred. The one that's sleeping is Sleeping Way.
Your friends left Mare Elementorum. We spent no small amount of time with your Urianger. Oh, the conversations we had. He told us all about Atheris, answered our every question, no matter how trifling or trivial. Look! Every page filled to the margins with knowledge.
Yo, Balrog.
When I first arrived, I was struck by how little I knew. It was daunting.
So good to
But
see
then
you.
I
Hope your
realized
Fall
that
Guys went
were it
well.
not for Urianger and his
Hope you're
teachings,
random.
we wouldn't be stuck on the moon.
Going to Grandma.
Wondering what we've been missing.
Yeah, we're playing that game.
What would they think if they could see Urianger now? I dare
They
say
weren't
they'd be
as
more than a
bad
bit
as
surprised.
yesterday. Good.
And impressed, no doubt. Master Louisoix, Minfilia, Papalimo, and not to forget.
So yeah, there's just casually like hella spoilers going on
there.
right now, but it's no big deal
Heard
if
there
you
was a
don't like
visiting
pay
expert
super
who we
close
might
attention
bother with
to
a few
everything that they're
questions.
saying.
I take it you'd be the one.
Yeah, yes, I am.
You and your Fall Guys
Wilson and
friends
Lavida,
have such
Charlion's
drip,
foremost researchers in the
such
field of
style,
teleportation
such
magic,
Fall Guys style.
and Moonbreeder's parents.
It hath been some time. Tis good to see you in good health.
Likewise, old friend. Lavida
Oh,
and I were most
Urianger
honored to
knows
answer
these
the call.
mofos?
Never expected this reunion, though, did we, dear?
Is he from this area? I really don't pay enough attention. I'm just like,
Alfei,
I'm trying to pay
nerve.
more attention now.
sending that letter, then running off to the gods know where.
Tux. Legend. Look at them hugging. Right as you sow.
Do you have any idea on
That's just adorable.
what
6 months?
Graham 42 dance, Graham 42 dance, Graham 42 dance.
You timed it perfectly.
More than that. 'Twas I who...
Thank you so much.
Our daughter was
Tuxedo
disillusioned after
Flask.
Master Louisoix left her behind. The day the Scions called upon her was the happiest I'd seen her in years.
6 months.
She made her every choice of her own free will. No one could have ever forced her to do otherwise.
That's epic AF.
Don't blame
Epic
yourself for her death. Celebrate her life.
No way.
You know that's what she'd want.
Your favorite retro achiever?
If there is one thing
Are you
we
mad that
resent
this
you
game's
for,
not retro?
it was that we couldn't
Are you
be there to
furious
mourn
right
her
now?
with you. Reading the words you penned in that shaky hand,
It's
we
so
must
sweet
have
of you
cried as
to
much
say
for you
sweet words.
as we did for her.
I won't tell Zash you said that.
I'm sorry. I truly, truly am. I knew not what to say. Knew not how to express my feelings. The poems and
I guess they're
platitudes
hugging.
of wiser men, musings on sadness and loss, studied and memorized.
We've never seen, I don't think we've
Immediately
ever
seen
seen Urianger like so emotional and like
Silly boy.
shaking.
We are all powerless before such grief. Even now, try as I might, the words escape me. But in our hearts, we know, we always know.
They have feelings too.
I remember when you were young, how the lads teased you for choosing the company of books over others. Our moon didn't take kindly to that. Be nice to Urianger, she'd shout, and give them a walloping. No matter how many times we scolded her.
Our moan?
So we offered a suggestion. Rather than starting fights, why don't you be the bridge between Urianger and the others? She had to mull it over for a while, arms crossed, brow furrowed in intense thought. But from that day on, she never let you be alone. She'd drag you outside to play, pepper you with endless questions, read the same books you read, all to try and understand you that much better.
Endless questions. Gross.
I'm sure it was annoying and exhausting at the time, but she only ever had the best of intentions.
And look at you now, at the center of the crowd. The reason there even is a crowd, having brought these people together.
Let's fucking go.
You've
This
no
guy.
idea how proud we are.
Aww.
To see the boy, our daughter, trusted and believed in more than anyone, grow into the man she always knew he could be. I can see her in you too. Feel her. She walks with you wheresoever you go. So thank you, Urianger, for being who you are.
Thank you, chat, for being who you are.
I think I can feel her too. The truth of her life. Not sorrow, but hope and love.
Absolutely. I thought we were gonna watch the bunnies talk to people and be really cute, and then this happened.
Moon breeder. She was important to him, wasn't she?
You could ask the man himself.
Oh, no. But watching this exchange reminds me how much I've yet to learn about your world. And its people.
You can live here your entire life and hardly learn a thing.
Yeah, that's how I am. I don't know shit.
And that's why it's too soon for this to end.
Yeah, the world is ending. Holy shit, Balrog. Epic streak. Out of control skills. don't know how you've done it. Oh, viewing. Be assured that I am fine. I am full glad to see them too after so very long. Gladder still that it was in your company, as difficult as it was to accept their kindness, which would have been far harder had I faced them alone. But enthusiastic Tams clan. I'm curious what all these little mofos have to say a little bit. So busy asking questions about Aetherius, I never even asked more about Urianger. Yeah, that was pretty rude. They did the little noise from FF4. Let's hear that again. No way. Blowing my fucking mind. They're hum. That's how they hum. That's what it sounds like when they hum. We spent so long gazing at this star, wondering and hoping, but to be here now and walk among the people, to be a part of their lives and know we've made a difference, it's so much more than I ever dreamed. Aw, that was sweet. When they say star, they mean planet. So, in case you're wondering, like, anyone in this game says star, they mean planet. I don't know why they don't know the difference between stars and planets, but they don't. Oh, you must be one of the scions, correct? Thank you for caring for my daughter. The time she spent with you was all too short, but I know she was proud to have you as comrades. Urianger is too, I'm sure, and I certainly feel better for knowing he has good friends to look after him. See that he comes home from time to time, will you? So I guess the person they're talking about actually is in the game, but it's real early, and I've sort of like forgotten all about that person. Classical Rogadin isn't so different from Eorzean. Did you ever wonder why we named our daughter Moon's Bride? When I first held her, the moon was shining silver and full, a whole world seemed to glow. I knew it had chosen her, that she would be a beacon of that self-same light. Of course, we'd later hear our fair share of jokes about how we ought to have gone for Sun instead with how bright and stubborn she was. But fiery as my moon Rita was, she was always kind and gentle. Alright, there was a pall of anxiety, but it's thin. Ahem, thou hast my gratitude for lending courage to the Loporits. Not disposed to rest on their laurels, several of our guests have elected to accompany my countrymen to their stations. Some few may still come hither seeking counsel, and so shall I remain to aid them as need be. If thou art needed elsewhere, do not let me detain thee. I won't. As a matter of fact, I was hoping you might check on Alice. Last I saw, she was struggling to carry an enormous pile of boxes out the west gate. I could go myself, but we both know whose help she is less likely to scorn. Not to mention that, much to my misfortune, I can think of several other things I ought to be doing. Until later. Okay. Oh, that looks like two flight side quests. Oh, what am I to do? You're that adventurer who helped out the students of Valdecian, aren't you? I suppose it matters not to you, but my son seems to have run away. Well, why was there a child here? Ah, yes, simply put, my wife and I work at Aporia, and she happened to conceive whilst we were living here in Charlotte Hamlet. I assure you, we had many sleepless nights wondering if we should quit our jobs and leave Labyrinthos, or entrust the child to a friend of ours who dwells somewhere more suitable. Ultimately, we decided to continue our work whilst raising the child here. After all, our research is focused on the very future that our offspring will inhabit. The issue is, however, that the magic that prevents us from revealing anything confidential is too potent to be used on children. Of course, we can't allow the little one to roam freely. There's no telling what he might impart onto others. So he spent his entire life thus far within the confines of Charlene Hamlet. We recently had a slight spat with him, and, well, he decided to flee. I imagine me going after him would only make things worse. Could I ask you to talk to him in my stead? I'm sure he'd be much more willing to listen to anyone other than his parents at this point. Thank you. Verpauline, my boy, is most likely in the plaza to the east. I cannot imagine he struck out any further on his own. Are you kidding me? He's never even seen a Hrothgar. What? Who are you? Fucking running. Where's... Yes. Alright, no more running. I am not going to go home so easily. You probably won't believe me either, but I've noticed that all is not right in Labyrinthos. Oh, really? Why don't you try telling me first? Well, everything's fucked, and everything sucks. Fine, I shall tell you what I've seen. The color of the artificial light here changed recently. I'm sure most people haven't noticed, but when you've spent your whole life here, the difference is like night and day. Even so, no one will take me seriously when I bring it up, all because of my age. Got into a big fight with father about it. But Labyrinthos is in danger. Who knows what would happen if the artificial sun broke? That's why I can't go home just yet. I need to get to the bottom of this first. Although I am scared to venture outside on my own. They say there's countless monsters out there. They're like level 88 and shit. Don't go out there. I don't suppose you would come with me? I could pay you. It's not much, but I do get pocket money from my parents. I'll gladly take your money, I can say. Then it's settled? No way. And then I'm not even gonna help him? What's up, Vieira Gleaner? You're a visitor to Charlene, aren't you? You do have a worldly look about you. As a gleaner, I too have journeyed far and wide. Tell me, where is the farthest you've ventured? Another world. I've been everywhere. Is that meant to be in jest? The look on your face tells me you're serious. You should do nicely. You see, I need a more experienced traveler to say a prayer for me. before I leave for Albania. Well, if you would do me the honor, the reactor operator by the tower to the south should have a lantern crystal prepared for the purpose. Okay. That was some alliterative dialogue. Also words. Words. If I read one sentence correctly, it's like, let's fucking go. Celebrate the small victories. Are you here for the crystal? I hope it does some good for that cleaner. Those folks need all the luck they can get. Lanterns light the way through the darkness, a tool which can mean the difference between life and death. They are synonymous with safe passage, and as such, it has become custom in recent days to imbue the crystals inside with the prayers of a more seasoned traveler. And today, that traveler is you. Simply face the crystal and pray for the safety of the traveler to be, if you will. You telling me that works? Telling me that works? A colleague recently told me about the power of Akasa, a concept taught in Rads at Ham, and how it reacts to strong emotion. I wonder if this method of praying to a crystal is the manifestation of that power. Well, that should about do it. With luck, your prayers will help guide the gleaner safely through the perils of his journey. Cool. These are side quests that are required for zone flight ability. So not required for completion of the expansion, but super useful. Super worth doing. Probably the longer you put it off, the worse. You want to get that flight ASAP. It's a lot faster movement. Oh, do you have a lantern crystal for me? You have my thanks. With your prayer fueling its light, I have faith that it will keep me safe until my return. And now I depart for Albania. I hope your travels are successful, as well as mine. Yeah, okay. Let's see, back to the main quest, and there is, I think, a thing to turn in. But I have to teleport up here. I'm thinking about doing that now. Yeah, let's do that now. I thought we were done with that lost little troll quest. There can be no doubt these are Shaggle's footprints. I've uncovered the specimen's trail. It should be close. If you find it under threat from the local fauna, you may dispatch its assailants. Shaggles, what are you doing? It's a tiny little baby troll. Dragon! You're not this far. You poor thing. How far are you? If that's not too personal of a question. Whatever you do, don't look at this adorable little thing. Oh, I'm so glad you're unharmed. You're all safe now. Come on, let's go home, sweetie. The Archeon is under threat. I must do something. What is this threat? You can understand me? Wait, are you able to communicate with him? Yeah, I'm pro as fuck. Incredible, I've never met someone with such a skill before. This bundle of joy was born in Labyrinthos, however he was abandoned by his mother and in quite the state by the time we found him. He possesses remarkable intelligence for one of his kind. We've elected to use him as part of a study into the effects of growing up in an artificial environment. I had seen him making gestures that indicated he'd been reading the tomes here, but I thought he was just copying those around him. To think he actually understands speech. Though I do wonder exactly why you are able to understand him and I am not. I'm the shit. I am the shit. Really? Oh, what I wouldn't give to understand him too. You possess the echo, don't you? I find it difficult to grr the way your kind do, but I suppose it makes sense that you understand my general sentiments. I happen to learn of said power from the tomes in the Archeon. Honestly, that buffoon over there is surrounded by a sea of knowledge, and he makes no effort to engage with it. Grrr. At any rate, I'm glad to finally have someone to talk to. As I was saying earlier, the Archeon is in grave danger. Some girl, the Skrillina, managed to bring woodworms in with them during a visit. If we leave them be, they're bound to cause irreparable damage to the materials at the facility. I tried my best to tell that buffoon, but it was no use. That's why I took a chance and went in search of some of my own kind to see if they would help. But you saw how that turned out. Well, what is he saying? Oh, dearie me. Still, it was most courageous of him to try and solve the issue on his own. Now that we're aware of it, we need to sort out this pest problem at once. Would you mind helping out a little longer? You're the only one who can understand him after all, and he seems moms ahead of us with regard to the situation at hand. I hope the little troll doesn't talk anymore. You got another quest, Shaggles? Well, that's just too bad. It's just too bad, Shaggles. Southwest. Just gonna teleport back. Because it could be on the other side. And we don't have the last quest available for flight anyway. I'm sure it's coming very soon. That thing looks cool. I think they tried to explain what these do. Regulate temperature? I don't know. Yay. Ether current. Heck yeah. What is that? Making my way downtown. Alistair, I heard you were lifting boxes? Ewing, what are you doing out here? No, I don't mind if you help with the boxes, but it's far from the most exciting of tasks. Are you sure? Well, I appreciate the assistance. We need to get these to Aporia. Time is short, of course, but they're full of organic specimens and samples, so try not to be too rough with them. Alphano should be waiting for us when we arrive. I'll see you there. We got 3 minutes. Look out, himbo coming through. Easy quest for babies. Oh, you're helping with the crates? Wonderful. You can put that there with the others. You have my gratitude, but how did you come to be involved in this? I finished my other shit first? Ah, then I suppose I have Thancred to thank as well. If you're wondering why we were tasked with bringing those boxes to Aporia to begin with, so was I. It turns out that this is a base of operations of sorts. Those with final say as to what is included in the ship's manifest can be found here. Father included, I suspect. That should be everything. You carried all of that at once? Are you trying to injure yourself? Oh hush, they're lighter than they look, and not everyone has your delicate arms. I suppose we should let someone know that we finished. Theo Paulden is in the courtyard. We can report to him. Why don't you come along? You should get credit for your assistance at least. Considering where we are, we might even learn something interesting. All about that knowledge. Gods, it never ends, does it? What can I do for you? We've brought samples from Charlene Hamlet. Series 110? The crates are by the entrance? Ah, thank you. I had expected one of my colleagues, but we are dreadfully short-handed. Just a moment, you are Fortuno's children, are you not? Alphino and Alice, at your service. You're well acquainted with Father, I take it? Quiet, I've been friends with your parents since our days at the studio. I remember when you were yay high, waddling hither and thither. Clearly it's been quite some time since we've met. 'Tis good to see you again, wielding your father's no-liths, no less. You knew our parents when they were young? What were they like? Pray, spare no detail. I should like nothing more than to regale you. Alas, I am meant to be in charge here, and reams of paperwork want for submission. We can help with that, in exchange for the sort of stories our parents would never willingly divulge, of course. Very well then. There happen to be 3 sets of documents in need of delivery, so how about you each take one? Wait right there. You will find a forum representative waiting to collect these near the southernmost structure. I hope I haven't kept her waiting too long. Never mind Alphino and Alice, I'm sure they'll be back soon enough. Are you not one of the scions of the 7th Dawn? I thought you were meant to be working on the ether burner. Leopoldin's paperwork. I was beginning to worry he had misplaced his quill. I appreciate your help in seeing these documents to my hands at last. As for your other task, pray keep this between us. but I sincerely hope you scions succeed. The Exodus is without a doubt the most monumental undertaking in the history of the Forum, and so we must be circumspect in all respects. Risk is a privilege we cannot afford ourselves. At its heart, however, Charlayan has ever been a nation of the curious. It would be a tragedy indeed if we were the ones to stymie your pursuit of truth. Say what? Keep it between us? I hope we avoid the apocalypse? What are you talking about? Quick and efficient. I dare say you have a talent for this work. The twins' papers only needed to be delivered to elsewhere in the facility, so they should be returning any moment. We return with not a scrap of paperwork remaining on our persons. You will note. You both have my thanks and my apologies for sending you on an errand far below your ambitions. Why, even as a babe, you struggled out of your swaddling clothes, and that's quite enough of that, thank you. It was compromising stories of our parents that we'd asked to hear, to reiterate. Of course. I've known your father for so long, I must have something. Well, as you know, part of why the Lovu name garners such respect in Charlayan is your family's storied history. You two can trace your ancestry directly to those who came aboard Hope, a lineage few can claim. I've never thought much of it myself. It's not as though our forebears founded our nation. They were simply there when it happened. Nevertheless, it has traditionally been a point of pride. 'Tis why Nyankruff's pronouncement, "Renounce the ways of war and pursue enlightenment through knowledge and reason," has ever been our family's creed. Until your grandfather's time, Archon Louisoix, looked not to Nyankruff's words but his deeds. He asserted in defiance of his peers that choosing to save the great and the small from the rising tides was the true mark of our founder's virtue. Perhaps it was his expertise, his knowledge of ancient prophecy and the fall of civilizations that led to him to conclude that to eschew conflict at every turn was to consign mankind to his doom. There will ever be conflict and calamity will follow. Thus, to ignore the plight of those one might conceivably say it is not wisdom, it is indolence. You remember his words well, indeed. Archon Louisoix lived by that personal creed and used every means at his disposal to bring succor to those in need. Charlayan or no, no one loved and admired your grandfather more than his son. Yet Fourchereau could not reconcile Louisoix's deeds with the philosophy of their forebears and his peers, a philosophy in which he believed so fervently, yet made a pariah of his father. Fourchereau agonized over this contradiction for much of his life. God's father. A son must carry his father's blood, but his choices are his own to bear. Is it not always thus? Gods know Fourchereau's a cranky old goat, so I'm sure you butt heads often enough. Yet even so, you must know that you are constantly in his thoughts, every moment of every day, and that is not an exaggeration in the slightest. I think it might be. You should have seen him when you were born, barely recognizable. He was with a kind of dumbfounded grin I had not seen since he first took a fancy to your mother. He was practically skipping when he told me the news. Take my word for it, he loves you to an embarrassing degree. No, I don't believe it. But he's also frustratingly single-minded. Once he's decided that a given action is for the best, he will stay the course no matter who or what opposes him. A profoundly annoying habit when you're on the other end of it, as I'm sure you will agree. I'll say, thank you for your insight. When next we meet our parents, I shall mention that we spoke. Try not to get me into too much trouble now. I need the forum on my side. Speaking of which, I ought to be getting back to work. I have to make sure those specimens you brought make it to their proper places, or the cranky old goat will have my hide. We can speak again later. I never want to speak to you again. Hail, you three. Raha. Surely Coco hasn't driven you out of the forge already. For better or for worse, no. However, he has set me a task that requires more than a single pair of hands, and here you are. I could use at least one of you, but I won't object to more. Unfortunately, Alice and I have prior commitments, and we have delayed too long as it is. What about you, viewing? Can you spare the time? Yeah, I'm the shit. Perfect, this shouldn't take long. It's already taken too long. In the event that our, and I quote, promised heap of adamantite falls right out of the bloody sky and into my lap, Master Coco wishes to be ready to put the proverbial hammer to anvil at a moment's notice. To fabricate these parts, however, he needs the flames in Coco's forge to burn hotter. He sent me to increase the amount of ether being funneled to his furnaces. The flow of fire-aspected ether in Labyrinthos is regulated by an elemental reactor south of here, to which I have borrowed the key. The adjustment will require 2 people to carry out safely, but I can explain the process when we arrive. This is where we part then, and we'll see you in Charlene Hamlet once the adamantite arrives, if not before. This way then. The reactor is housed within this facility. I'll be the one to go inside and adjust the fire ether output. When I do, a rather large amount of water aspect of ether will issue from the vent at the top. I expect this to attract at least a few elementals, which we would rather not be drawn into the reactor itself, trust me. And I ask that you put down any that draw too near. They'll pose you little trouble, I'm sure. Wait here if you would. Further creatures. I'm lagging. Sure. Oh, okay, that's not good. Bitrate looks good, everything looks good, except for Final Fantasy. No! We're back! We're back! We're back! What? Oh, I'm gonna have to redo that shit. It's fine. If we were playing a different MMO, we could have died there very easily. And then, like, had to run back from who knows where. This game's, like, not that mean. It's kind of, like, noob friendly. And if you want it to be super difficult, there's, like, challenge versions of all the stuff, or some of the stuff, but I don't usually go for that. I tried it once and it was so hard. It made me respect the game though. I'm glad I did it. I was like thinking this game's too simple, this game's so easy, it's not worth my time. And then you try those like ultra hard challenges and it's like, oh, it's actually really complex and like hard to be good at. Did everything go smoothly out here? Yeah. PlayStation went down. I thought as much. No major complications to speak of inside either. And the water ether appears to be venting properly. I expect Kakol will have seen a difference in his forge flames by the time I return. Since I have you, there was another matter I thought to discuss with you. Nothing terribly important, merely something I've been considering. Part of this I shared with everyone, yet you and only you have been to Elpis. That's true. As we have established, refined adamantite is a product of a log of the Empire's twilight years, in fact. It was a material which saw much use as part of the Allagan's efforts to extend beyond the bounds of this world, Dalamud, of course, being the most prominent. Of those who would push further, expand Alag's empire to encompass the heavens and the stars above. Perhaps the greatest was its infamous technologist, Amon. Don't we know that dude? Don't we, like, kill the skeleton version of Amon all the time? Is that the same as Hermes? I'm so... This game makes me feel stupid. I don't know what's going on. He did. He must have had his own reasons, however, for there is no evidence to suggest that he retained memories of his life as an ancient. He only joined the Ascians once the Empire was all but dust, as you know. If not his memory, though, what drove him to pursue the idea with such fervor? This may seem far-fetched, but what if souls, like minds, have a personality, so to speak, a natural disposition towards which they are inclined? We know with relative certainty that it was the gross decadence and inexorable decline of Alag that moved Amon to resurrect Emperor Zandi. The Empire's people spoke lightly of death and destruction, experimenting on those they deemed beneath them to fill the emptiness in their hearts. In facilitating Zande's return, Amon provided these languid souls with the means to free themselves from the mire of their own indolence. Sure. Or would have had not Zande been convinced by his own death that life itself was meaningless. Amon's desire for his countrymen to conquer the heavens could only be a means to the same end, to instill the people with new purpose. I'm confused. Like Hermes before him, Amon was appalled by how those around him lived, but could never bring himself to believe that those lives were devoid of meaning. And both of them sought that meaning, that hope, in the distant stars. Such is my theory, anyway. Ultimately, it is the consequences of their actions which matter. Their motives are of no moment. And yet, to reach those stars on wings of adamantite, to travel to the ends of creation and beyond, the promise of hope everlasting, that much I do understand. But enough musing for now. Why don't we see how Coco's getting on? Yeah, you could. Yeah. I wish you said that first. Struggling with the controls. There's a current way up there. Can we go all the way around? Full circle, full circle. It's raining. Hope everyone's having a nice whatever day it is. Whew, I can feel those flames blazing from here. Glad you found someone capable, Graha. But there's not much left for you lot to do, unless you can conjure up that refined adamantite any faster. Oh, there is like one Rothgar here. They won't even let me target them. No, come back. Oh, main quest gives an ether current. Yeah. I do trust you to deliver on your promise. I do, only I hate waiting. I want that adamantite and I want it now. Share your impatience, I assure you. Is there truly nothing else we can assist with in the meantime? I wish. This sitting around's unbearable. Pity the forum frowns on recreational explosions. Well, so long as they can't prove it was premeditated. Get you gone. I've mistakes to make. Oh, fuck. In that case, I suppose I should go and return the key to the reactor. I'll have one more look to make sure that nothing has gone wrong, unintentionally or otherwise. Aw, thank you, Sailor Beer. It's, not easy. I'm really pushing myself to pay attention and read it out loud. I'm certain there are better uses. It's raining there? Oh, you wish it were. You like the cozy rain. It's nice. Whoops. headset phone. It's nice out today. I'm certain there are better uses for your time. However, I will join you in Charlotte and Hamlet anon. If I misclick, I got this little window. You're too kind. This game is so much dialogue that my brain just like wants to shut off and spam through the boxes and have no idea what's going on. When they reference stuff that already happened, I'm like, yes, I was there, but I don't know the details. Haha! If you wait here, your companions are bound to turn up. Let's wait! We're waiting. My chocobo said peace out. Oh, this looks like they're gonna voice act for me, which I love.
All set, I take it?
Hell yeah.
We finished what we could. Delivered supplies, tracked down escaped animals. Trivial tasks as they may be.
For sure, sailor beer.
That's enough, don't you think? If there was anything more important still undone, that would be a problem in itself.
Luckily, you don't have to play the first 13.
The vessel is essentially ready for departure. All that remains is to load the final batch of supplies and see everyone on board.
You don't
Once
have to
we've
play any
readied
of
the
them
ether
to
bed,
enjoy
that is.
any of them, which is cool how that works. It's pretty cool.
Ah, had a feeling we might.
I don't know if
find you
anyone's
all
ever
here.
told you that. It's a
Our
kind of like
consultations
common
with the Lockerites,
misconception
too,
that you
have
got
run
to
their
start
course.
from one.
Pleased I am to say that our researchers' concerns have for the most part been allayed, though some insist on making adjustments to the very end. For their part, Livingway and her peers have graciously offered to stay and keep the people company, lest any lingering queries go unanswered.
That's the dude
All
who
that
talks
remains
like
is to wait for the
the
refined
most
adamantite.
wordy, most confusing.
Alphino, are you there?
Gobbledygook.
It's me, Cryo. Your special delivery has arrived. Round up everyone and come to the harbor at once.
Special delivery.
Speak of the devil. Let us go at once.
No, it's not released in chronological order now that you mention it. So like 16 is the new one,
Forgive the intrusion, Master
but there's
Falcon.
gonna be an
I bring urgent
expansion
news.
for
A
14
great commotion has
coming
broken out
out
in Scholar's Harbor.
soon.
Your presence
So
is
like
requested with all
that
speed.
new 14 expansion's gonna be fresher than 16. Let's go. That's not confusing at all. Exactly.
Now, where might this delivery be?
I saw my shoes go by.
Oh,
No way. Is that full of adamantite, or does that need to be refined?
I'm sure it's very important,
whoosh.
but we cannot accept these without the proper permits.
By the 12! Surely.
This
These
can't all be
be.
adamantite. This is supposed to be like a super rare ore that they've been having trouble finding, and now it's like, oh fuck.
Bleeding hellfire! They're bringing them by sea and by air. All these folks in these crates.
Oi, governor.
And more on the way. Got your adamantite right here. A bigger haul than any of these sorry bastards brought, and that's no lie.
Damn, we just needed like a little bit.
Yes,
Did
because
we
you
order
were
too
charged
much?
with seeing the shipments from Gridania and Uldar here, along with your own. Give credit where credit is due.
Oh, they're gonna have petty squabbles?
Sounds like the sorry whinging of a sore loser. And a hypocrite to boot. Ain't no way a scrawny whelp like you took a dozen steps inside a Dalamon shard.
Oh, hell yeah, whoosh.
I'll have you know, I
That
went
was, like,
all
so
the
fun.
way to the entrance.
They're all good.
I played a
Like,
vital
even the
role in
worst
keeping a
one is
lookout whilst our
great.
expeditionary
I don't know
forces
which one's
secured
the
the
worst one,
adamantite.
because they're all great.
Left you outside so you wouldn't get anyone killed, did they? Well then, credit where credit's due, you did a right fine job sitting on your ass.
Take that back.
Make me.
I will not stoop to your level.
My, what a grand welcome party.
This is like all sorts of people that we've met
Hang
over the course
sorry.
of 4 expansions. This is the 4th
We
expansion
come
now.
bearing relics both sacred and elegant, as well as a few other gifts.
So
that
everyone
may be of
is
help.
coming
To be
together
presented with best wishes from the Eastern
so that we don't die. So that everyone doesn't go extinct. Hey, working together.
I myself
Prevent extinction.
have come with a sacred relic of the code.
Whoosh, we play the
Upon
same
learning
game,
of your
technically.
need, Bunchin bade me deliver it on behalf of the Blue with all haste. Fearing I could not swim here with the necessary speed, however, I thought to beg our Confederate allies for aid. To my delight, Hancock was already preparing for departure at the self-same port, and had space for additional cargo.
Cargo.
We did, of course, need quite the impressive vessel to get it all here in time.
Like, I get it.
That is all wonderful.
I'm
to
ready
hear,
for the next
but
dungeon.
What of the extraordinary cost? I shudder to think of the ransom we must pay for such a bounty.
Why are you bringing up cost right now, Alfie?
Fret not for your coin purse, young Alphino. Lord Lolorito looks ever towards the profits of the future, and thus the East Aldenar Trading Company went to some lengths to reduce the financial liability. And since the Scions funded the entire venture, not a gill need be rendered up in compensation. Everything is already yours.
That's what I'm talking about.
We funded the venture. When?
Yeah, when did we fund the venture?
Don't let the name fool you. This coin keeper knows a thing or two about spending.
Who is this little rascal? It's Tattoo.
When it comes to capital investiture, a sprinkling of gil here and there will not do. You need enough savings to make waves when it really counts, which is why frugality is paramount.
Paramount Plus.
We also have the benefit of a generous patron. Generous being rather an understatement.
Who's our generous patron?
She has supported us from the shadows since the very founding of the Scions. We even had coffers to fill.
Who the fuck is that?
Mother!
Big reveal. What? 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 So I'm gonna have to watch that cutscene again or skip it. Those are gonna be our options. Isn't that cool? Oh my. Actually, no, we can make it go faster by just hammering through the text. What? Let's freaking go.
Amelians.
I remain, of course, an entirely neutral party. I simply thought our family's coffers were needlessly full.
Thank you.
We can hardly take them with us on your teeny tiny toy boat, now can we? and would be ashamed to leave all that hard-earned wealth unspent.
Is this our first time seeing her?
Waste not.
However did you manage so much in so short a time, then? We expected word to reach only a fraction of our allies.
Did I not tell you I have my ways? Erenville, you were involved too.
I received a letter from Primal after we parted ways in Labyrinthos. She explained what the Scions were trying to accomplish, and why you might soon require the services of the Gleaners, spread across the world as we are. I pray you do not interpret this as a betrayal of Charlotte. I accept that the Forum's aim in pushing us to our limits was to preserve what knowledge we have, and I bear you no ill will for it. Yet, in collecting that knowledge, what I came to appreciate most about our star is that there remains so much we do not know. That is why I chose to help the Scions, to combat the obliteration of those countless, undiscovered wonders. I held no illusions that they would be less demanding taskmasters, though, rest assured, if I had, I would have been sorely disappointed.
I don't know what he's saying.
To make a long story short, the whole of the guild ship cooperated to ensure your call was heard far and wide.
Oh, I know these people. Most of them.
What's this about a ship that can fly
The
to the
Sid?
moon?
I mean, we see him a
And why
lot.
didn't you mention it sooner? The one time you don't beg my aid, your problem's a bloody ship that can fly to the moon.
Sid, you brought the team.
Of course. Garland Ironworks' finest. You need only point us towards my new favorite ship.
As you like as not suspect, we've also brought adamantite for Mordona's Dalamud Shard. I admit to some consternation upon first receiving Kryl's message. So few Scions remain at the Rising Stones now. Far too few for such an expedition. However, the Gleaners were able to secure us reinforcements. Idleshire's treasure hunters not
Idleshire?
least among them.
No
I know.
fucking way.
Ah, the Gobbyfrog fort. Slowfix's gratitude for the safe return of his daughter has not waned, and he gathered his kin to our side with an astounding quickness. The clash between their machina and the Allagan defences was a sight to behold. I wager even you would have been impressed by the magnitude of the Gobby booms.
Absolutely. Too bad you didn't show us in a cutscene.
Fascinating as all this is, I fail to see how it explains your presence here. Does Razat Han not have more pressing concerns?
We do. Yet averting the final days would be the most expedient solution. That, and I am indebted to you.
Barshan.
Though they chose to take their leave of Thavnair, those you saved in Galimund remain my people. My gratitude is beyond words. 'Tis appropriate that I aid you in kind. If in the doing we bring salvation to others of this star, so much the better. You will recall that I spoke of my father, Midgard Summer, and his journey across the great expanse. As he traveled betwixt the stars, his resplendent scales drank of the ether in those nigh empty surrounds, and imparted to him the strength to persevere. Thinking they might further your cause, I called out to my kin for consent. Ajdaya's answer was silence, as ever. Tiamat and Chrisvelgre, however, responded favorably to the suggestion. My sire, too, gave his assent. Thus have I brought you his own worm scales. Fit them to your purpose, and seek a worthier fate for us all.
You'd be hard-pressed to find someone else so familiar with the unique properties of dragon scales. So I invited myself along.
Bugger me, this is so unbelievable. I've gone right back round to believing it again. Forget a 6% gain in efficiency. With all these goodies, we could get 7, no, 10, no, 14 bleeding percent.
14! Shout out to number 14.
Think of how far we could go. What we could do with that much power. What we could blow up.
If Kokol is duly convinced, then it must be true. In which case, the Scion's end of the bargain has been fulfilled. Would you not agree?
Party on, Balrog.
Yes, Father?
I had a thought
I know not what you seek of hiding,
that I wanted to share with
nor
you
for what
after this
purpose you would
cutscene.
take command of our ship. Yet this much is certain. To do so will be to dictate the fate of this star and the lives upon it. The lives of each and every creature, in their magnitude and their fragility. Do you understand? And are you prepared?
We have seen and we have felt how much each life shapes this world. And so we are determined to abandon none. We understand what is at stake, and we are prepared to bear this burden.
Then I will bear it with you. I beg you, share your struggles with
Struggles?
me as family.
Whoa.
You grasped my fingers with such tiny hands the day you were born. I thought my heart might burst.
Tiny hands.
It was love and happiness beyond expression. Overwhelming. And a conviction so powerful that I trembled with something close to rage. I had heard the final days foretold. I swore to myself then and there that I would not let them steal your futures. A great exodus would succeed, must succeed. No sacrifice or sin was worse than the alternative. If anything gave me pause, 'twas mine own father. The Archon Louisois openly decried Charlian's policies, a perspective which I regarded with increasing disdain as I grew older. Yet even as part of me thought him a fool, perhaps I also hoped that he, of all people, would devise a brilliant means to save my children. A naive hope, but stubborn enough
myself that I could never bring myself to keep you apart. No, that was his doing.
Damn, I wasn't paying
When he
attention at all.
perished at Cartano. As we pulled that twisted slab of Dalamud from the sea, I remembered the warmth of your newborn touch. Chastened, I vowed never again to suffer any interference in my mission to protect you.
Volume's so low on my TV, I don't want it to come through the mic.
No matter that you yourselves wished otherwise. Detest me, fight me tooth and nail, I would suffer it, and more, and be satisfied so long as I could force you onto the ship. I was wrong. You two have grown so much stronger and so much wiser than I dared dream. You have earned the right to walk your own path, and already begun to do so.
Good. Because there are things we care about, and people we love, and none of them is replaceable. Not a one.
Oh my god, you're deleting her!
It cannot have been an easy journey for you to come so far.
No!
We shall be glad to acquaint you with the finer details someday, once this danger has passed. All that we have seen and heard, that we have felt and learned in our travels. Ours is not a kind world, but it is beautiful. Always.
Oh no. Are you quite sure that's wise? After all, someone turns pale and flees the room when he sees so much as an envelope containing word of your adventures. Whatever will happen if he learns what you were really up to?
Millions.
Thank you, Tux, for your laughter. Your laughter gives me strength.
Though I have wronged my children most gravely, I owe you an apology as well. I assumed that it was the Scion's influence that made them so keen to charge headlong into danger. Yours, in particular. I see now that said influence instead brought them together with the many fine people gathered here today.
No way, you're working?
I hope you continue to guide them.
Working so hard.
If we've finished loitering about the harbor, might I suggest we put our plans into motion? People are beginning to look confused.
Perhaps you can spare a few words ere they resume the tedious lugging of cargo. You've no small number of friends and admirers here, after all.
The strength of the bubble. What will I say? With me. Yeah, I'm the shit. They liked it. They think I'm mean.
Your assistance is appreciated. Now, in an orderly fashion, if you please.
Orderly? I'll show you orderly. Sorry, I have authority problems. I don't like them telling me anything to do. We get extra loading time on PS4. That's a perk of playing on PS4. It's advantageous. McCoffee, hi. So nice to see you. And so happy to have you here. And we've finally managed to clear the harbor, which means the rest is in the engineers' capable hands. Meanwhile, Father has issued to us an invitation. As was agreed, he will reveal the means by which Heidelin may be contacted. We are to meet him at Aporia when we're ready. Given the vital knowledge she holds, I suggest we leave without delay. It transpires, however, that the forum's method for speaking with her is not without risks. I am curious to hear what those might entail, but regardless, be warned. Most of those who arrived with the adamantite have offered to stay and see to any remaining tasks that need doing. The forum has already asked for my assistance in overseeing the process, so you needn't worry about a thing. Thank you, Tataru. We're off to Aporia then. Totally. I can teleport right there. Buggers. So, in case you missed it, we are trying to flee the Earth, or Aetheris, as I believe they call the planet, but they also call planets stars, because it's doomed. Viewing, I have already shown the others inside. You will want to speak with Clara Lane. She has the key to the lift and can send you down after me. It's been a little while since the last dungeon. I feel the dungeon coming on. We want to get to that dungeon. That's the good stuff. You're with Master Foshin now? Yes, just step inside the lift here. Totally. From here we proceed to the heart of Labyrinthos and its most closely guarded secret, the Amazing. It marks the beginning and end of our efforts, whence we delve to seek audience with the star and whence we will embark on our journey to the heavens. This way, if you please. Pretty epic, relatively epic. Should I grab the last ether current? Probably. It might not actually be down here. Oh, there's one from a quest? If there's one from a quest, then we can't get flight yet. That's all that means. Whoa. Is this it? This is the ship? It's gonna save everybody, take them to the moon. Look at that unit. I bid you welcome to Thamazane. Direct your attention towards the center to behold the ark over which we have long labored. As you can see, 'twas designed as a medium-sized craft, the better to reduce fuel consumption. Miniaturizing magics have been applied to its interior to ensure that the thrust-to-weight ratio does not place too great a limitation on its freight capacity. The ether burner, as you know, has been removed for further modification, but we shall reattach it soon enough. I have received word from Kokol, and several of your allies are working on it with an intense fervor. They are sure to see it done. 'Twas by their expertise that many a prior disaster was averted. If anything, I fear they will not afford us much time for speaking with Heidelin ere they finish. Point taken, let us move on. I must warn you again, however, that even with the benefit of our device, to treat with her is not a simple feat. So, we're like trying to talk to the goddess, basically, and see what's up, because we need to learn of her greater plan, and hope that she knows the current location of Medion. Because apparently Medion is like gonna end the world for some reason. I don't know exactly why, but that's what's gonna happen. They got teleportation magics going on, they got everything. Magic and science. How fitting. Kryl is being mysterious. Like she's got another way to talk to Heidelin or something. Yep, everyone's pretty much like, yeah, we gotta talk to Heidelin. I've done what I can to impress upon you the gravity of what lies ahead. Are you prepared? Holy shit. We made it to level 90. Congrats, y'all. What is this new spell? Liturgy of the Bell? Place a healing blossom at the designated location. Grants 5 stacks of buff. Taking damage will expend 1 stack to heal self. The effect can be triggered once per second. That sounds good. Oh, that's neat. Look at that thing. That just absorbs damage and heals everybody? Seems good. I didn't even have Aqua Veil like on a bar that I was using by a party member or self. What? So the bad thing about playing with the controller is that you don't have enough space on your bar for everything. And then you're like, oh, I don't have enough space on my bar for everything. What am I gonna do? I don't know. But it's okay. I'm still making it work. I haven't switched over to mouse and keyboard yet. Like, if I wanted to be really, really good at this game and do the hard stuff, I think mouse and keyboard is probably the way to go. You really don't want all your skills hidden from you. You're like, where is the thing? How do I do the thing? Lead me to Heidelin. Thank you. We make for the lift at the center of this chamber. Come. So many darlings in the chat. You probably saw all this content when your other favorite Final Fantasy XIV streamers did it 2 years ago, but guess what? I'm slow. As you all know, alongside our physical world exists an ethereal plane, what we refer to as the ethereal sea. At the heart of the star, the physical and ethereal are one and the same. Thus, the deeper we go, the easier it becomes to pass between said planes. We utilize this principle in constructing the anti-tower, and once more here in Thamazain. No sooner did the Forum decide that an exodus from the star would be necessary than it began work on this facility. Our work culminated in a device that allowed us to peer deeper into the ethereal sea than ever before in search of Heidelin's ever fainter echoes. That shit looks, and it looks fucking sick. The Aitiascope. Can you communicate with her through this device? For a time, yes, but since the 7th Umbral Calamity, it has been rare to hear even a whisper. If you wish to reach her, you must journey closer to the center of the star than we have ever dared, beyond the Aitiascope. Even so, I make no guarantee that you will find her, nor of your safety, not so deep in the ethereal sea. We understand, but if we are to deliver this world, we have no choice but to try. When they say words like deliver and it has like a meaning that I'm not expecting, it throws me for a second. Reading the dialogue in one take is like impossible. I know, I only wish we could do more than observe your progress from afar. The Aitiascope's ocular lens by which we may peer into the ethereal sea without placing ourselves at hazard lies above us. Through it, we can watch and guide you. In those swirling depths, there are pockets of ether so dense and turbulent that they can unravel one's soul. If we determine that you are at risk of coming into contact with such a pocket, we will recall you with teleportation magics. To that end, it would be best if one familiar with the composition of your souls remained here to assist in assessing said risk. Otherwise, there is an increased probability that we will extract you too early or too late. Please allow me, Kryl says. I have thought upon this much, and in truth, I do not believe that I am fit to join you in the trials ahead. The events at the Tower of Babel drained me, yes, but even before that, your capabilities far outstripped my own. This is no time to have a weak link in our vanguard, no matter how much she may wish it were otherwise. If I assist in the manner that Master Foshino has laid out, however, I may still be of use. Will you trust in me to do so? I can think of none I trust more. Compared to all that effort you put into keeping us alive while our souls were in the first, preventing us from dissolving into ether on a single expedition ought to pose no challenge at all. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And even if we did, I expect you would hunt us down and restore us to health somehow. Yeah, probably true. You flatter me, but rest assured that I will be keeping a close eye on all of you. There's one more thing. Those in ages past referred to the ethereal sea as the underworld, our final resting place. In its embrace is memory washed away, leaving only the purity of one soul, or so we believe. Yet what of these memories? Few think to ask what becomes of them, cast adrift on ethereal tides. Some theorize that they linger for some time, those associated with strong sentiment in particular. Say what now? In those depths, memories of the departed may even coalesce around you for hatred or for love. Thus do I caution you to be wary, but also to have faith. Remember those who did gladly extend a hand to you, that they may lift you up once more. The Aitiascope. We did it. We unlocked dungeon. We're so good. We are so good. Okay, so I usually go with players. I don't have a good reason. It's just that, like, that's what I always do. They didn't add the ability to go with NPCs until much later, so it's not even something I really consider, but maybe I should try it. There's like no chance that they'll yell at me if I let them die and stuff like that. Not that that's been happening. So I think I'm just gonna go with people. They usually know what's going on. Another problem is you can't look around if you're with people. They just go, go, go. They're speedrunning 100% of the time, always speedrun. I need item level 520. Do I even have that? I do. And also, it would be cool if I opened up my loot that I've been getting and like put it on. Oh, I'm gonna look hideous if I do that. What's more important, fashion or stats? Wow, I don't even know how to answer that question. My staff was already kind of hideous. Oh, look at this thing. Got the robot chicken. These are all 545. Oh no. Oh no. I mean, I could look worse. It's not that bad. Let me see if I have other upgrades just like hanging out that I didn't realize. I think I did have some until I opened all those. I had some from the 87 dungeon that I never equipped, which that's my bad. These are 403. These are 533, 539. This one's good. I don't think the other ones are worth opening. Those are all 86, and we just opened 88s for all those slots. Alright, cool, cool. I put this new skill on my bar. They're not gonna let me use that. That's level 90. And I put... Aqua Veil's there. I moved, I guess, free cast over here. Or thin air. Thin air over there. Fucking instant pop playing as healer. Let's go. This cool stuff. Ding. Is this Bioshock? Damn, everyone's so fashionable. Look at them all. Are they a party of 3? Holy shit, the matching caps? And I'm looking all scraggly. Got reported for name as their name.
All seems in order with
How's
the
that
lens.
cutscene?
And I trust you can hear me.
Good. Are they already like aggro? Because I'm watching the cutscene.
The residue of lives unfulfilled.
Shit. Yeah, and when you play with other people, they like to pull like 1,000 things at once, as many as possible, and then yell at you if you can't like keep them alive. Well, you know, the good players won't yell at you. They'll just adjust. They'll just simply pull less. But you know, the tryhards and like the children. This is going good though. Except, you know, got reported for name. That's like 2 on the nose. That's like, you probably really did get reported for name. And so, that's what inspired this name. So, you probably used to have a worse name. Not ideal. The memory of a principled scion takes form? What the heck? I don't know what's happening. Scion's memory. Whoa, never will I surrender my devotions. Livia the Undeterred. Are we supposed to know who Livia is? Oh, fiddlesticks. Gotta stand at the edges, the edges. Oh, fuck! I've got 2 vulnerability stacks. So I'm real squishy right now. If I get hit by something big, I might die. That's a big hit. Shot. What is this? What's going on? Ah! Fuck.
Ether. It will guide you. The ether is too dense. I'm losing you.
Wow. Ah! My game is bugged. I just fell through the world. Bro, I got no sprint up. memory of a kind-hearted knight takes form. Oh, hell yeah. Damage up, vulnerability down. Love that. It's pretty. Oh, we lost someone. Shit. We lost a DPS. They're using 2 shields. That's pretty cool. Like those Dark Souls builds. That was fucking terrifying. Spam those buttons. We're down a number. Oh. Yeah. So this part is kind of weird. Like, you just have to. Which crystal's gonna break. You can look at the life bar. Oh, fuck, everything. I got really scared there. Crushed it with 3. We crushed it with 3. no. Oh no. We can just kick them and get another DPS. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, like, if that was two different people talking, that would have been like, what? But it was the same person saying these messages, so... yeah, that actually makes more sense. They needed the loot to end. This is just another thing you wouldn't worry about if you had NPCs with you. So we're just gonna stand here, like, rather than go slower, pull one at a time, one pack at a time. We're gonna stand here. We're gonna fucking stand here. I should have gone with NPCs. I just don't understand. And it wasn't long. It wasn't long. I still don't understand. Alright, we're here. Can we go? Other machinist we had. Power went out, laughing my ass off. It doesn't seem that humorous. We're just not on the same wavelength. I'm not on the same wavelength as Matt. Man mode and got reported for name? Huh. That's interesting. Who would have seen that coming? This is really burning through my mana. My MP. Alright, it's more under control now. Yeah. Holy shit.
Is as far as you go.
No way.
Oblivion beckons!
Holy fuck. Sundered soul among the undying. Damn. Damn.
Many faces have I worn, but this is my favorite by far! You will persist in this folly no longer.
What is going on, y'all?
The stage is set.
This shit cray cray. What is that? What is that? What's going on here? What's happening? Oh! I gotta look at you too?
Let the curtains rise for the main attraction.
I didn't hear that one. What's happening? Chiba? Ice crystals, got it, got it.
What a boorish audience you are.
It's salty, look how spooky. I see it now. I see the crackling that goes outwards. Things are kicking butt. As long as I heal the damage, it's unavoidable. Yeah, I don't like those. Oh, fiddlesticks. That came out so fast, I didn't really see time to react. But maybe they knew. They seem to all know. Maybe they just got lucky. Maybe they know it was right last time, so it'll be left next time. Ah, I got hit again with that shit. Yeah. Yeah, another dungeon down. We're so pro.
Lies! All lies!
That's what I say when I play video games.
Your dreams, your hopes,
It's all lies.
delusions and lies!
Where are you going? You're not even dead yet? Come on. Nice. Let's fucking go. Let's pass. Who wants my commendation? Probably Oni. Look at them dancing. Surprised they waited. GG, we're fucking legends. GG, we're fucking legends. I got 2 commendations. Thank you. Fucking legends. Oh my god.
My very essence begins to wane. Sweet, sweet agony.
Leave this to him.
Come to deal the coup de grace.
Maybe. Steal your hat at the very least.
Watching you struggle against the inevitable is bad comedy. Erase me from existence, soul and all.
Okay. I don't know how we know that Amon is Hermes, but apparently we do.
How would you know that name? Then it was you. In Elpis. With Emmett Suck. The final pieces fall into place. In my halcyon days, as the mortal Ammon, I was haunted by a dream. Night after night, the faceless multitude, the voiceless cries, shards of shattered memories. But slowly, the fog began to clear. This was Elpis. And I was Hermes. Recurring though it was, I paid this dream little heed. It was only when I was granted the seat and memories of Fandaniel that I knew these visions to be true. They were the memories of Hermes that he himself erased using the power of Kairos. Or so he thought. In his attempt to burn away the events of that fateful day, he succeeded only in searing them more deeply into his soul. My soul. Death failed to expunge them, no matter how many times it came. Rebirth after rebirth, from one Fandaniel to the next. I wonder, is Emetzelk adrift somewhere in this ethereal sea? In defeat, finally remembering your time together in Elpis? How it must gall him to be entrusted with knowledge of the final days, only to be rendered powerless to act upon it. So many lifetimes dedicated to restoring his beloved Amarok in blissful ignorance. Oh, folly! But make no mistake. My life as Hermes is not the reason I invited the world's end. I have lived. I have struggled. I have dredged the very depths of despair. And in the detritus of existence, I found the truth. I served a great ruler, powerful beyond measure. The world his dominion. Yet even he and his vast empire were destined to fall, to become one with oblivion. At the end of life's journey lies only death. So I ask you, why live at all? We betray, we torment, we murder. We are wicked, spiteful creatures, without exception. If life is so sacred, so precious, why fill it with such misery? Man wallows in a hell of his own making without purpose or meaning. To live is to suffer, and I would end that suffering by my own hand. It matters not if it flies in the face of all believed right and just. Death is the only solution! That is my truth, my answer to the question, and yet, even as the words pass my lips, I am filled with doubt. Has my search reached its end? Was this the only way? After all these years, is this the answer I was hoping for?
The lamentations of the damned. How it vexes me to see your conviction falter at the last. Fandaniel, still clinging to existence, I see. You, who champion death so fervently, unwilling to accept your own, refusing to be purified and swept into the sea of souls. As do I. We prisoners to men, watching as the world turns. Though unlike me, you will be spared the ignominy of having your corpse made a puppet, dancing to another's tune.
Is that Arcee?
How very astute. But let me be clear, I have not come to consort with the likes of you. Nor have I come to bemoan the state of the world following my untimely demise. In fact, I delight in mankind's downfall and the anguish it brings the savior of the savages. If I played some small part in the chaos, all the better. Not that I was in any position to resist. But to be made accomplice to the betrayal of Lord Xenos. I would die 1,000 deaths to exact my vengeance.
Alright.
Now you are at my mercy. I shall drag us both into oblivion, and you will never see the fulfillment of your magnum opus. Even should you be reborn, your desperate search for answers must start again.
Okay. What will I say? I'll do what must be done. Yeah, whatever that is.
And what might that be?
What might that be?
My wish is all but granted. To die and take you all with me.
Oh yeah?
Don't try to follow me. I had more of you people than I could stomach in life. Never mind in death.
Same.
Likewise. I pray we do not meet again.
You had better hope not.
Why are you so aggro? I don't understand.
Come. Heidelin is waiting.
Is she? She chillaxing? Giant crystal.
Brave travelers, I welcome you.
It's her, it's her. Oh, fuck. Different.
I see. Thou didst journey unto Elpis. And now, the rivers of time converge. 'Tis. 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 ' I know why you have come. Yet I would hear you speak your reasons all the same.
You created the moon to deliver mankind from the final days. But is that really how it has to end? We do not wish to abandon this world. We want to protect the source and all of its shards.
To flee is but one of two paths.
Uh-oh. One of two.
The other leadeth to Meteon, far beyond the stars, where she doth chant creation's requiem. Her domain is formed of dynamis, pure, absolute. Her emotion and memory govern all. Ether will avail you naught.
Sounds easy.
Meteon hath gathered the pain and despair of countless stars, and to go unprepared is to go unto your doom.
We'll beat her. We'll win. I swear it. Is what I might have said once.
No, you can keep
After
saying
everything
that.
I've seen, all the times I've succumbed to my own anger and fear. I can no longer pretend that courage and faith will be enough. But are we truly so powerless? That our only choice is to flee?
Far from it, my child. Long ago, the inhabitants of myriad stars, many more prosperous than Atheris, sought to free their worlds from life's woes. Sorrow and anger, conflict and hostility, despair, and even death itself. But as Meteon reported, every attempt ended in failure. Darkness abideth within every living being, and can never be cast out. Neither reason nor faith can challenge this immutable truth. To live is to suffer. And in suffering, find strength and purpose. And hope?
Suffering right now.
As you have done so many times before. Thou dost pursue an impossible dream, yet knowing this, you pursue it nevertheless. And thou hast learned to depend on others as they do thee. Thy yearning for the power to save the powerless hath ever driven thee to greater heights. Thou hast grown strong. Though those closest to thee no longer walketh by thy side, their love remaineth thy guiding light. For duty's sake, thou hast been bound by truths unutterable time and time again. Yet thy heart hath never wavered, as thy companions will attest.
Are you being nice to us? Are you being nice?
In thy pursuit of mysteries great, all thou believest is brought into question. Undaunted, thy thirst for knowledge remaineth unquenched.
That wasn't really a good one.
The fires of hatred that once burned in thy heart burneth no more. From their ashes doth spring the light of love, warm and pure.
I'm a good boy now.
As witness to black calamity, thou despaired at man's helplessness. Resolved, Thou didst unite a distant world on the brink of collapse.
I guess I'm pretty cool.
And thou, my champion. When all did seem lost, thou never abandoned hope.
No?
For every trial and every foe that did bar thy way, thou hast proven equal to the challenge, drawing courage from the many bonds forged on thy journey.
True.
You have all known despair, and though the end approacheth, you walk on, heads held high. Therein lieth your power, the strength to silence the song of oblivion.
Oh.
Then there is a means to confront her.
Yes, if you should prove yourselves worthy. Hark!
What do we have to do? Fight Heidelin? Oh my god, she got her sword out.
Nigh impossible is it to send mortals to the edge of the universe. Should you fail, there will be no second chance.
Oh.
As the will of the star, I ask of you this. Do you possess the fortitude to stand firm when all around you does crumble? Do you possess the faith to vanquish despair itself? Should you lack the strength to best a supreme deity, I cannot allow you to make the journey. You must leave this star and never return. Prepare yourselves.
Prove ourselves worthy, eh? Sounds straightforward enough.
Aye. No room for confusion there.
In any case, we've come too far to back down now.
I am of the same mind. What power I have, I shall bring to bear.
The three of you seem to be forgetting who we're up against. It's not every day we battle a divine being of untold power. Well, not quite every day. Do try not to get underfoot. Needless to say, there'll be no margin for error.
Let us hold nothing back. For the people of this world and those beyond the rift.
Alas, the question I posed to thee in Elpis hath remained unanswered these long years. I would hear thy response, warrior of light. Shouldst thou emerge victorious?
You think I won't emerge victorious? The Mother Crystal. Mother Crystal. Whole squad ready to fight. That's my goddess. She gave us strength and power. We're gonna fight her now. We could go with NPCs. I guess. Grab the ether currents that I'm missing while waiting for a party. Ether current. We can fly. Bet we can't go through this way. Let's take the elevator? It's weird how they show it on the map. Well, maybe that was it. New location. New location. I still haven't been over here. They got level 80 caribou. Pretty cute. Guess it takes longer to match for a trial than for dungeons. New location. I could be getting experience for discovering new locations. What am I thinking? I'm thinking they're gonna kill me and I'm gonna die. Well, that was fun. I had no idea it would take this long to find a party. Shoot, I don't know the actual intended way. I guess you're supposed to go in through here. It's ready. Alright, Tux. Safe travels. You're so good at driving. Put the keys in the ignition and you turn it right and then you do all that stuff. I don't want to fight Heidelin. Well, she won't send us
The
to
last
Medium.
of my kind shall test thee. Come, prove thy worth.
Scared.
Have you the strength of will to alter man's fate?
No. Each time we're defeated, we get the echo, and it gets easier and easier. So it's not a super big deal. But I have no idea how hard it's going to be as well. It's not the final battle of the expansion.
We're near or far.
What the fuck is that damage? Nothing.
And now this.
Holy moly.
Light unyielding.
I think I just have way lower HP than everybody else. So these attacks are like almost killing me.
By blade!
That killed me. Oh my god. Were people like backing off when that happens?
By blade! Crystals of light, to me! Here!
Oh damn. Look at these fucking crystals of light.
The soul
What?
of creation's end! The sorrow of hope's demise. Think. And find your way in the darkness. Follow your light. For fly, my children, and never look back. Then you are resolved.
Yeah, we're resolved.
But this test is far from over. By crystal's light. Where near or far.
My god. That was brutal.
Where high or low.
Oh, what?
Light unyielding.
No!
Refulgence eternal.
Brutal. It's just that there's like some weird shit happening. Oh, oh, ho, ho. I died 4 times at least.
Light on you!
Fucking.
We're near or far.
My god. Oh, it's on. No!
We're near
At least I revived everyone with my limit break. Oh no. It's so close. It's so close. We did it. GG, we're legends.
At
For the
last,
follow.
man has the strength to.
GG, legends. You poor thing. Let me help you up, goddess. Good stuff.
No! This can't be happening.
What? We didn't kill her, did we?
Though my power is in constant flux, I have always kept a reserve for this very moment. It was a true test of your prowess. You have done well.
Yeah, I only died like 5 or 6 times.
There is one thing I must ask. By sundering the world into 14 shards, the ether of all living beings too was divided. This reduction would in theory allow us to more easily interact with Dynamis. Having seen mankind brought to the very precipice of extinction, you wished for us to develop a means to overcome despair. You believed we had the potential, and sundered all creation to see it fulfilled, to deliver us to that swirling maelstrom of Dynamis in which our foe hides, and grant us the power to defeat her once and for all. Is this not true?
It is as thou sayest. 'Twas the trial to which I subjected mankind, and it hath led to untold bloodshed and suffering. There was no kindness, nor justice in the tragedy I wrought.
Oh.
When confronted with the almighty Zodiac, my only recourse was rend him and the world asunder, that his power be diminished for a time. And so it came to pass. Now you, my chosen, have surpassed my expectations, surpassed me. I entrust the fate of the universe unto you. This crystal contains the memory of Meteion's passage through the stars.
This crystal?
Deliver it unto the Loporrits. They will guide you to her.
Though they may be capable of crossing great distances, there is a vast difference between traveling to the moon and the furthermost reaches of the great expanse. And unlike Meteion, we cannot simply soar on waves of Dynamis to our destination.
Oh, we can't?
Indeed. To make such a journey would require an astronomical amount of ether. But a solution lieth close at hand.
Of course.
Yes, my child. Ever since I became the will of the star, the ether drawn here had slowly crystallized.
Oh, sure.
They who have answered my call know it well. While I have remained hidden, it hath become the embodiment of the planet's will in my place. A faceless, omnipotent force of nature. The Mother Crystal, our final hope. Alas, I can do no more. The fulfillment of this task doth fall to you, my chosen. Now, heed these words. Darkness and light, despair and hope, as goeth one, so goeth the other. Become light, become hope. have a gift for thee. Come closer. Long have I searched for a means to safeguard the future of this star. Though I knew failure after failure, by recalling thy tales and my promise to thee, I found the strength to carry on. Though the world is ever changing, thy thirst for adventure hath never waned. Thine unshakable resolve never ceases to amaze, to inspire. As a mark of my gratitude, I bestow this final gift. Thou dost possess the crystal of Azan, yes? As Heidelin, I reside over the forces of stasis, tranquility, peace. The laws which impart stability to existence itself. I will weave this self-same power into the crystal, granting thee mastery over matter, to give form to the formless. Use it wisely, or it will not last indefinitely. As thou hast seen on thy journey through the ethereal sea, souls are drawn to thee. Mayhap this trait will prove to be a boon rather than a hindrance. It is thy hopes and prayers that enable Azam's invocations and give them life. So keep them close. But pray, remember this. When the way forward is hidden, even from the mind's eye, look not to the invocation, but within yourself. These were the words of the crystal's original bearer. With that, my work is finished. Fulfill our promise. Right the wrongs committed when the world was yet whole. Silence the song of oblivion. Teach her a brighter melody. Show her our journey is far from over. It is I who should thank thee for all thou hast done and may yet accomplish. Long after I have gone, though not even my soul remaineth, my love will be with you forever, my dearest children.
I am glad to see you well, though we could roughly place your souls deep as you went. We could neither see nor hear you. The fluctuations in your ether near the end gave me quite a fright. What in the world happened? Well, I died 6 times fighting Hydaelyn, and my group had to carry me because I'm a big noob. You mean to say Hydaelyn is... No, there's no time to feel our feelings. We must carry out Hydaelyn's will without delay. We'll find Medion if it's the last thing we do. Did we fucking kill her? If you wouldn't mind handing over the crystal, that is. The fancy navigatory one. Navigatory. To the edge of the universe, where congregates the despair of countless stars. You are determined to see this through? We are. Should words fail us, we will fight. To the bitter end. Oh, I think we're gonna be fighting. I know that it pains you to accept this. Would that I need ask nothing more of you. Yet we have only 2 means to travel the great expanse. The moon and Charlane's Ark. I am all too aware that without both of them, there will be no exodus. But I nevertheless beg you to honor the agreement we made. Thank you for that follow. The Forum's decision will be honored. You have earned the right to use the ship as you see fit, and I could not rescind it, even if I wanted to. As it happens, I do not, and would do all within my power to aid your cause. With that settled, might I suggest you rest a while? Proving oneself to Hydaelyn is never easy, and despite our unparalleled genius, we'll need a day to make the necessary calculations. You may as well take advantage of it. You can chart a course through the sea of stars in a single day. Egads. Shall we head above ground for some fresh air then? And perhaps a nap? Oh, we're in town, we can fix our glamour. Aha, I've been expecting you. I heard about your foray into the ethereal sea. The students have ventured far and wide, but never quite so deep as that. Are you experiencing any after effects from your prolonged exposure? Nausea, dizziness, hauntings? Well, have a pleasant sleep, and if you do experience any unusual phenomena, please let me know. I shall add it to our records. Oh, they're literally making us go to bed. Sleepyhead. Zonked.
There you are. Some time, indeed, yes. For you, at least.
Bubbles.
Believe me, I'd meant to get some proper sleep. But here we are, drifting along instead. Well, well, you too. And so we remain, to watch and wonder. Yes, indeed. To begin, we first must see the end.
That was weak. How peculiar. What's up, Tatterer? Oh yeah, we're working on the ether burner. That's cool. I think I'm gonna stop here. We made real good progress. And I don't think I can go to the end right now.